right, so today the big push is still on, buttoning up what we did yesterday with building the mounts for the tanks and everything. This is our freshwater tank. It's going to go up here. I put these boards down here, and then I'm going to put the rubber on top of that. So these tanks are going to be completely encased with rubber or these flat wall. So there should be no wear or rub issues or anything. The reason I put these boards down here is not necessarily to lift the tank up, but to give myself something to screw this wall to. These walls are this removable panel. It'll just be flopping down here. I don't want to screw into my tank, so I want to be able to screw into that board, which will be under my tank. So I'm not. It won't be this. It'll be a panel, but it'd screw on like this, and then I'll screw these boards down, and they'll just mount right to there. And then over here there'll be a post coming down, and this will all be good. So we put the vent in. You got to vent both these tanks. When you fill this water tank, if you can imagine what happens if this is all a sealed system, as the water goes in, it'll expand that tank and it'll literally blow something up, because you're just, this is supposed to all be gravity, and instead you're pressurizing. This isn't a pressure tank. So what you do is you have to vent the tank, obviously from the top. If you vent it at the bottom, it's all going to leak out. So when the water comes in, air will come out of the tank, and then when you're pumping the water out, the air will suck back into the tank. So it equalizes the pressure in this tank. So I decided to put the one for the water right here. So we drilled a hole in the floor and ran it down here. This is just a vent out of it's made for a boat hull. Same principle with water tanks on boat hulls. It's all stainless steel, so I thought it would mount there good and it would wear good underneath and everything else. When you're filling this tank, when it's full, what'll happen is the water will literally go out the vent, and then it'll just start splashing down there on the ground. So it's also a good way for me to know when my tank is full. There's no check valves in that line because you need air to travel both ways. Otherwise you could put a check valve in there that didn't allow anything to come back in, and we'll do that on some of the pressure side of the water system, especially where you have one hookup for filling the tank and another hookup for permanent water. So you're not using a pump, it's just pressurized. So we'll be doing a lot of that as we finish on the plumbing. But so yeah, so far as an update from where we were, we've got all the outlets are pretty much wired except for the 220. We started the breaker box area, but nothing really to report there. Light switches are all in. We got the front tables in. I think I already showed you the air conditioner the last time. I've started to work on some of the 12 volt electronics. They're all going to mount right in here. We've got the canopy wires here now. This is for one side and this is for the other. So we have our two canopy wires down here. We got our power from our 12 volt battery coming up here. So a lot of stuff is really close, and that's what I'm doing right now, is getting everything installed, and then I'll connect it all together. So hoping by the end of the day that I'll have this plumbed is what I'm hoping for. I can't plumb the sinks and do all of that, but I can get the water lines up to them. I gotta wait until my tops are here and then I can finish that up. So yeah, right now we're just working on this next mount, which you saw us weld this where Cassie started her pants on fire. So this is just gonna come in here now. We've got the rubber on here, and this will just go in and it'll hold that tank right in place just like that. So this is just kind of a custom bracket that we built. Same thing though, that tank will be completely held by this rubber, so we shouldn't have any rub issues, and it'll help keep it from sliding. So that's where we're at.